Hello guys and welcome to Cloud's Gaming. Get your snowshoes, it's time to check out ICY. This is a new game on Steam. It's a narrative-driven post-apocalyptic survival RPG. According to the Steam page, let's go. Let's see what it's all about. So here we can pick a character. So we can pick a male or a female character. So now we need to divide these points. So let's pick some firearms. 4 points into that. Scavenge. 4 points. Hunt. 4 points. Explore, a couple of points. Medicine, put 3 points into that. 1 into speechcraft. Maybe we should get some melee as well. And some more explore. Maybe 1 more point into stealth. Medicine. Maybe intimidation. That's it. So let's continue. It has been 2 years since you lost your memory in a freak snowslide incident. Your saviors that day are now your nomad family. Today is a day just like any other. You are out hunting in the forest with your companion and good friend Jerome. You wake up in the woods surrounded by the snow and ancient trees. A cold wind is blowing on your face and you suddenly feel that your arms and your legs are chilled to the bone. You feel a gentle touch on your shoulder. It's Jerome waking you up. The bait you set up hours ago has lured a beast. Wake up, we have some prey in sight. He smiles at you and keeps talking. Come on, don't be lazy. Wake the fuck up. You still feel confused and the white glowing snow dazzles you, but you soon manage to get on your feet. The old man is watching you with a friendly smile, just waiting for your brain to start working again probably. Yeah, so let's say give me a second. Be quick, we don't want to watch your dinner running away. Look at that majestic deer, today be a lucky day. Yeah, he's damn right. The deer gets closer, lured by the bait you placed some hours ago. It's a truly majestic beast and it could provide food for several days. Alright, so we put a lot of points into firearms, so let's just shoot ourselves. Actually, we're using a bow. I can read that here, so yeah, let's Jerome take that shot. We didn't put any points into bows. Go on, I'm still a little sleepy and we don't want to scare it away. Jerome slowly raises his bow and prepares an arrow. As you want, lazy man. Jerome takes some seconds to aim at the deer, then he shoots an arrow that pierces through the beast's neck. The deer emits a strangled cry, falls on the ground and quickly stops moving. Jerome turns to you with a large smile on his face. Not a bad shot, was it? He puts away his bow and starts walking towards the carcass. You get closer to the deer, the majestic beast is dead and it will provide days of food to your family. Let's get our dinner home. He looks up at the sun. It's not even noon. Hector will have something else for us to do. You can be sure of that. You tie the deer to a strong pole and you head back to the camp. Jerome talks all the way back, still a little excited about what you're bringing back. So right now we're in the prologue of the story mode. So we'll head back to camp. You're able to see the tents of your camp from a distance. You follow Jerome and then drop the deer on the ground. Well, we are going to eat fucking deer for dinner. Jerome smiles and puts his hand on your shoulder. Well, suddenly Goran appears behind you. You brought back a week's worth of food. Goran, where are the others? You see Hector coming out of his tent. He doesn't seem to be too well. They're hunting south of here. You know, Irma, she can't simply stand doing nothing. So let's say you look sick. So he's coughing a little bit there. I'm fine. Hector coughs a couple more times before speaking again. It's just a cold, it won't kill me. Well, this deer isn't going to chop itself into pieces. Let's get started and maybe we'll have time for another run. Let me do that, I'm stuck here anyway. My ankle still hurts, so my ability to walk around is still limited. Go for another run, try to get as much food as possible. There's a long road ahead and I don't want to lose time every fucking day hunting. Let's stock up on some food now while we can. Jerome looks at the sun. We have time, so I guess we could go for another run. Yeah, so at least we won't get bored. Not with a lot of these things to do. I guess it's better than nothing, but don't fall asleep again. I am the old one. I am the one allowed to fall asleep at random. Come on, let's go. You take the lead this time. New objective, hunt until the evening. So I guess we'll go back up here. That seemed to go so well right before. Tutorial hunt. In order to start hunting, enter into a forest area and press the hunt button in the right corner. You are in a dark area of the forest where the vegetation blocks most of the sunlight. So here we can scavenge the area for 2 hours, or we can use 4 hours, or up to 6 hours. So I think we'll just use 2 hours to scavenge quickly. You see a deer in the distance. So here we have some options. Use bow and arrows to kill the deer. Use a gun to kill the deer. Quietly surround the deer before attacking. Or leave the deer. So I think this was about stealth, and we didn't put any points into stealth or bows. So we should try and use the gun if we want to shoot it ourselves. We successfully kill the deer. A deer starts running away, heading towards a companion of yours, with its head down to strike with strength. Okay, so apparently there are more deer in the forest and they're aggressive, so let's use our gun to shoot it down. You shoot and the deer falls dead on the ground. So we take everything and we head back to the camp. Finally, I really need some rest. That's a nice atmosphere right there. You take a glance at the camp, your companions are talking and taking care of the dinner. Looks like everyone made it back safely. Goran approaches you. So how did it go? Really good. It seems that today is a lucky day. Come near the fire. Dinner is almost ready. You will need it for tomorrow. Hector seems to be eager to move as soon as possible in the morning. You take your seat near the fire while the others greet you. Irma, Goran's wife, starts giving plates of cooked meat to the group. Let's all be thankful to our hunters for the meat we are about to eat. Hector coughs after speaking. Will you tell us where we are headed? Not far from here. Tomorrow we will go scavenging in a town nearby. I hope to find something useful for our upcoming travels. No, I mean, where are we going to end up after the long run? Where will we spend the winter? We will travel south, far from any common route. We must get away from the plains. Hector coughs again. The plains are becoming dangerous, and I'm not talking about all the bandit activity. There are rumors about more and more red horsemen swarming around here. So I wonder what the red horsemen are. What does it mean? I'm tired of traveling without a purpose. We have always stayed in the plains. Why should we travel to unknown lands? Don't worry, it's all snow and cold just like here. You won't miss anything special. I don't care what we do. If the plains have become that dangerous, we should probably leave. I won't put my children at risk without a reason, and traveling away from any known route is a huge risk, especially when the only thing we know is that we are going south. So we have some dialogue choices here, where we can either oppose the move or agree with it. It would be nice to know a little bit more of what's ahead of us, let's say that. There's no need to worry about that, we've already been south of here. Jerome looks at you, and you should remember that, as it is where we found you. And then what? We'll keep walking, we'll spend the winter there. Exactly, it'll be a hard winter if we have to spend it walking on the mantle. I don't want to do that, I have 2 children. Hector seems quite annoyed. I already said the plains are becoming dangerous. You don't want a red horseman clan to attack us and enslave the survivors, do you? It's better to walk on the mantle for the entire winter than face them. The sooner we run away, the safer we will be. Okay, so we don't know yet exactly what the red horsemen are, but they don't sound very friendly and they want to enslave us, so let's just say that the best solution is to move on. It's the best I found. I'm not eager to walk on unknown routes either, but at least we won't have to face the red horsemen. Am I the only one with a working brain around here? Will be running into the unknown? Yeah, so let's say better than dying. The unknown is better than certain death. At this point, this is the safest choice. Yeah, because no one ever got killed because he didn't know where he was about to face. Do you like? But I already know we'll all regret this. Irma goes inside her tent before giving anyone the chance to say anything. I'll talk to her. I'm worried too, but facing the red horseman scares me even more. She will understand eventually. Hector coughs a little before replying, I hope so. I don't want to discuss this ever again. Nothing of importance happens for the rest of the evening. You eventually go to bed to prepare yourself for the next day. You wake up in the morning, hear some voices outside. Hector and the others are preparing the plan for the day. Okay people, now we will spread out in pairs and search for anything useful in that small town over there. Especially be on the lookout for any tools. Irma will stay here with the children and guard our stuff. If anything happens, you scream. I'll go with Jerome. Goran, you will go with Mark. Hector turns to you. And you will go with Demetra. I hope it won't be a waste of time. Goran puts on his backpack. I'm tired of seeing only empty buildings. So let's ask about the area. Is there anything we need to know about this place? It's a little ancient town, so there's a lot of buildings. I hope to find something to scavenge, something left behind. Alright, so let's ask about the family needs. Is there something in particular that we need? Tools and anything we can sell or use, but I won't complain if you bring back an assault rifle. Yeah, I guess everybody needs assault rifles. So let's depart. Demetra nods at you. I'll follow your lead. So we're partnering with a girl, Demetra. So we'll head over here to this ancient town. To start scavenging, enter an area and press the scavenge button in the right corner. So you find a small town, quickly scavenge the area for 2 hours, 4 hours or 6 hours. So this is the same mechanic as the hunting. So it will just use 2 hours. Or actually maybe we have better time. So let's use 4 hours. You find a little house with a sturdy closed door. So now we can break in using a crowbar, or we can try and pick the door's lock, try to blow up the door, or leave. So I put some points into melee, so let's try to use a crowbar. We pry the door open and we are able to explore the building. So we find some binoculars and some tools. Yeah, let's take everything. New objective, go back before the sunset. So let's head back to camp. After a couple of hours, you manage to reach the others at the camp. Goran spots you from the distance and greets you by raising his hand. You can see the sadness on his face. What's going on? That is not easy to say. Goran takes a deep breath. Hector is badly sick. He passed out a few hours ago and he's now in his tent, barely able to breathe. So let's say he didn't seem so sick. How is this possible? He didn't even seem that sick. He's a proud bastard. He probably endured as much as he could. You see Jerome coming out from Hector's tent, his face painted with suffering. As far as you know, he and Hector had been good friends for a long time. People gather around Hector's tent as Mark finally asks about him. How is he? In that same moment, Irma comes out of the tent. Jerome sighs, it's over. We couldn't do anything. Holy fuck, why didn't he say a thing about this health? You know, Hector, he wanted us to get away from the plains and he didn't want anything to stop us. Goran stays silent for a few moments, then he raises his head and speaks again. I will prepare the body for the funeral. You should go and take a break. People scatter around while Jerome comes near you and sighs again. You two are now alone. So I really like the art here. It sets a pretty interesting mood. I met Hector more than 20 years ago and yet he said nothing. Not to anyone, not to me. He just died leaving a mess behind. Tomorrow he'll need to vote for a new leader and it will be a mess. Everyone will discuss. I bet Irma will go crazy again, screaming and threatening people. Yeah, so I don't know what to say. You don't have to say nothing. He is not the first friend to die. I'm lucky to be old and hopefully I won't see another friend's funeral. I need to be alone. Call me when Goran has finished with the pyre. Jerome walks away and sits alone not far from the camp. After some time you are called by Demetra. Everything is ready for the funeral. Everyone gathers around a big stack of wood. After making sure that everyone is there, Goran throws a lit torch on the pyre, which slowly starts to burn, shrouding Hector's body in a dance of bright flames. Jerome has a sad face and says nothing. He just stands in front of the pyre and stays there even after everyone else is gone. You're tired and you proceed to your tent, hoping to get a decent night's sleep. But a terrible scream wakes you up in the middle of the night. You see strange lights through the fabric of your tent and hear the noise of clogs stumping the ground. You hear guns firing as well. You are under attack. Fight. During the night your group gets attacked by mysterious bandits, so that must be the Red Horsemen. So here we have some party. HP, group HP and morale, and enemy HP and morale. Engage enemy in a melee fight or fall back. So this is, I guess, our equipment right here. So let's Engage them in melee. Enemies receive minus 20 HP and minus 4 morale points, but we take much more damage, both to HP and morale. Ha! So this is our player HP, so it's very low now. A hostile horseman is charging in your direction. Alright, so we can use our gun to shoot him, fight him in close combat, use a smoke grenade to disrupt the charge, or drop yourself to ground to avoid his attacks. So let's try and shoot him. You successfully shoot your enemy down. Let's see what else happens. So now we're back to this. We can engage enemy in a melee fight, or we could fall back. So we have very low player HP here, so let's try and fall back. Ah, we still take damage though. So yeah, that wasn't any good. You feel weak and aching, you try to crawl on the ground, but with each movement you feel the pain all over your body. You try to stay awake, but soon your willpower weakens and you pass out. After that there's only darkness. You don't know how long you stay unconscious. Strange dreams populate your wrist, dreams of a different place, a different time. There's a blurred image here of a building, I think. You see a shiny tower going towards the sky. Technology you've never seen in the White Wasteland. Technology belonging to an ancient world which fell apart. During the dream you hear a familiar voice. It's Jerome, and he's calling you, asking you to wake up. You finally realize you're dreaming, and this sudden consciousness brings you back to the waking world. Hey, wake up, are you okay? Well, I'm sure we're not okay. So let's say, how long have I been knocked out? Just a few hours, but don't worry, you didn't miss seeing anything good. You look around, the morning sun blinds you at first. Then you're able to see that you and your mates are sitting on the ground, tied. You're not the only prisoners, and there are other people that seem to share your condition. Armed bandits are guarding the area. You can see many tents scattered around, and it's difficult to understand how many there are. Running away from them won't be easy. They have guns and everything else they need to keep us in our place. You will never escape. We tried, but there are too many. They have horses and guns, and if they want us alive, I fear we will all soon become slaves. So let's say now we are more. Now they have to keep their eyes on more people, and it won't be hard for us to find an opening. I won't be beaten again just because one of you wants to do something stupid. They beat all of us, Joseph, but what should we do? Just wait here to be sold as slaves? Long story short, we tried to run away during the night. They found us and beat the shit out of us. End of the story. Well, that was indeed a short story. Yeah, so let's say I won't just give up my life to that scum. Unless you have a freaking genius idea, I'd like to not get beaten here again either. Screw you, I'd rather die than be a slave. We're leaving. I don't know how, but we are leaving. A stranger smiles slightly. Sure, I'm really curious to see what you will do. A bandit approaches you and starts screaming. Shut the fuck up, all of you. We're moving now. Prepare yourself, it's gonna be a long walk. You and all the other prisoners start walking, with your hands tied along the bandits' caravan. They constantly watch you and you are unable to find a way to break free. Day after day you become resigned to your destiny. The bandits constantly watch over you and don't even allow you to walk among yourselves. You barely get to know the ones who share your destiny. Carlos and April are a couple, and they were in the same group with Joseph when they got attacked and kidnapped. There's a young girl, Eva. She seems sad and never speaks. The only thing you're able to discover is that the bandits killed her family. But finally, after walking for several days through the White Plains, something happens. The bad thing is that it doesn't look like something good, not at all. You see 3 people peacefully approaching the bandits. They don't look like common survivors. Even the bandits who assaulted you despite their good resources are not that well equipped. So that's interesting. Polished and shiny weapons, high-tech equipment. All the bandits look at those 3 people with reverence and awe. You never saw anyone so well equipped walking on the White Wasteland. A feminine voice comes from one of those masked soldiers. Proceed with the tests and let's move on. We have no time to waste. I'm sure they're good. Some prisoners are young and healthy. They are perfect for your needs. The woman slowly turns to face the bandit and stands still for a couple of seconds in an intimidating silence. We'll see. They approach you and the other prisoners and start using some medical equipment to take some of your blood. They take a sample from each one of you. They go away, and after some minutes they come again. The mysterious woman looks at Goran and Irma and then nods at her 2 companions. We'll take those 2 and their children. They're the only ones we're interested in. Do what you want with the others, we have no use for them. They walk away, bringing Goran, Irma and their children with them. Jerome tries to stand up on his feet and protest, but he gets kicked in the stomach and falls on the ground. The mysterious strangers leave, taking your companions with them. While they disappear into the mists, the bandit give you the order to get on your feet and start walking. You are now walking, just like any other day, with armed guards all around you. When you hear bandits shouting, you turn to see what's happening. At least 30 horsemen are charging the bandits. Quickly descending from the top of a small hill, they are wearing red. They are the Red Horsemen, feared bandits and pillagers. The bandits start shooting at them, but the horsemen rapidly reach your position and start attacking your captors in close combat. Jerome screams before he starts running away. Let's go now. You and the other prisoners start running away while the bandits are too busy worrying about their own lives. As you keep running away from your captors, you hear the sound of bullets whizzing by you. One of those bullets hits Joseph in the chest and he falls to the ground. April stops running and kneels by her companion's body. Joseph, please stand up. Yeah, so let's drag April away. While you pull April away from the dead body of her former companion, you hear Carla's voice. For fuck's sake, run. He's dead, run. Someone keeps shooting at you, but the bullets pierce the snow around you without hitting anyone. You're too far away to be an easy target. You see the entrance of a tunnel ahead of you and your group starts running towards it. You're getting far away from your captors who are busy fighting the horsemen. You take a last look behind you and you see no one coming after you. The tunnel is quite long, but after a few minutes you finally see the light and the cold wind coming from the outside. Alright guys, that's the first episode of ICY. I want to see some more of this game, so there'll be at least one more episode and maybe more. Thank you for watching and I'll catch you all next time.